Well, as we get older, how to stay healthy becomes a focus for many people, which makes knowing how to choose the right Medicare plan an important step.
Yeah, so here with us today is Marla Pintano, the president of Care Partners of Connecticut, and Jesse Mejia. Did I say that right?
Mejia.
Mejia. It's a great name.
It is.
I love it.
Sales Director for Care Partners of Connecticut. Thanks both for being with us here today.
All right, so Marla, let's start with you. How important is the Medicare plan you choose as far as staying healthy is concerned?
It's extremely important, right? You want to make sure you have enough coverage, that you're not ever caught unawares. You know, you never know what's going to happen in your life, and so you need to make sure that you have enough insurance to really cover you and make sure you can get the health care that you need.
I'm under the impression that when you turn 65, everything is just automatically covered and you don't have to make any choices. That's not the case.
No.
Not at all.
No. There's many choices that you have. I mean, if you can just enroll in Medicare and Part B, which would cover your hospital and your doctor visits, but only 80% of the costs are covered.
Only
and there's
80%.
there's no cap to that. So if you end up having some kind of illness where you really need a lot of health care, that could be catastrophic for you.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a huge amount of cost for
Yeah.
folks.
And prescription drugs are not covered under Medicare, so you have to get a separate policy
You do
for
have
that,
to get a separate policy
or
for
you
that.
get a Medicare Advantage plan, which puts it all into one policy.
So
Terrific.
can we talk about that Medicare Advantage plan then?
Sure.
What would that entail, and how is that different from Medicare?
Yeah, so Medicare Advantage, or sometimes it's called Medicare Part C, if you hear that, those are interchangeable. It's a policy that really combines all of what you get on original Medicare, but at lower cost, with maximums out of pocket of how much you have to pay yourself if you get sick, includes prescription drugs. And many plans like ours that come at a $0 additional premium, and they also cover other things like dental and over-the-counter subsidies that we give for people to buy things each quarter. So there's a lot of extra benefits that you can get that are not covered under Medicare.
All right, and Jesse, what makes Care Partners of Connecticut unique in the fact that, you guys are out there trying to help people? We understand that.
Correct.
Which is awesome.
So the primary thing is we're local. We're a local plan. Our employees are here. Our president lives here. And the initiatives that we take are focused on the residents of Connecticut.
Right.
We're a very philanthropic organization. And more importantly, we go where our community members are. We work with brokers that speak Spanish and Polish to ensure that our language and our materials are that in their native tongue. That way there is no gap in understanding what their needs are and the solutions we can offer.
Wonderful.
Terrific.
So,
Polish?
Correct.
That's terrific.
I mean, we have a
because we have a huge Polish population
community,
in Britain, right? That's
we do.
wonderful.
Right, across the whole state. So as people maybe go to apply or enroll online or in person or over the phone, it might be a little overwhelming for some folks. What kind of advice would you have for people who are getting ready to go through the process?
Yeah, it is overwhelming, but the primary thing to do is to do the best you can to understand what your needs are.
Okay.
There's services available. You can go online to cms.gov, medicare.gov to better understand the plans. But more importantly, you can also come to a Care Partners of Connecticut in-person or virtual session where our licensed Medicare agents can provide assistance to help those individuals assess the best plan for them.
Is now the time, or do I have to wait for an open enrollment, open window, or I can jump in now and do it?
So right now we're in what's called the annual enrollment period.
Okay.
And that started October 15th
Oh,
and
it
runs
did?
through December 7th.
Okay.
So right now is exactly the time, as Jesse was just describing, to really get in touch with either your broker, do some of your own shopping online through Medicare.gov is a great site, or come to our seminars or on our site, and we can give you a lot of great information.
And what happens on December 7th if I haven't made a change to what I've
That's a great question.
had like previously? What happens?
At that point, you're basically enrolling in whatever you currly have.
It just rolls
it just
over?
rolls over?
That's right.
But that might not be...
Might not be your best plan, right? There's a lot of folks that do, made a decision a few years ago when they're retired and just keep on rolling over year after year and don't go in and actually look in the marketplace to realize that there may be better options available to them now, that they could save a lot of money. And right now we know that the economy with inflation, it's tough, so wherever you can save money, it's worth the time to just really talk to someone and see what you can get.
And with those kinds of questions in mind, people can call, ask questions, and make sure that they're getting the plan that fits them and their families best, right?
Correct. So, or they can also go to our website of carepartnersct.com to get more information about what's best for them.
Okay, so we have until December 7th. That's plenty of time.
Yep.
How much time does it take to make a decision like this? Do people like do it in a day or two, or it could take a week or so?
It's really up to the individual
Right.
and how much time they want to consider their options, but it can be done in a pretty quick time frame. You know, less than an hour if you're willing to just spend some time with an agent and talk about your options.
Okay.
But if you want to then, take that information, consider it, and talk to
Mull it over.
your family members, you can do that as well.
Which is
Wonderful.
terrific. So again, well, Marlon, Jessica, we can't thank you enough
Yeah.
for being on the show.
And we've got all
Great
this information. If you're looking to get in contact, give Care Partners of Connecticut a call, 844-388-6589. You can go to onlinecarepartnersct.com. Again, all that information up on your screen. It'll be up on WFSB.com as well.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it. Happy
Wonderful
open
to meet you.
enrollment.
Thank you, too.
And again, I'm 7 years away, so I'll come calling then.
That sounds great.